Alright, good evening everyone. Hopefully everybody can hear me here at Coast to Coast Racing Network here tonight. I am your host from Flieger Farm TV. Gotta try to make sure we got everything situated, make sure that my sound is good. Alright, sounds great. Alright, qualifying underway here as I head on out here. I see Billy Roberts there, and I'm sorry I don't have all this set to go quite yet, as we're trying to get it all situated with the brand new, I don't have Thursday nights thing as of yet, fully ready to go, so bear with me on that. Shouldn't take too long, though, as we get it situated. I guess I should have been working on that before now, but completely forgot about it. So just give me a moment. We'll get it all fired away here with the correct one. And just a moment. So qualifying underway. I've got grid 1 coming up here. Let's go ahead and get that grid up. Now tonight's grid here for your, well, this isn't A&J, this is your Full Throttle Motorsports. As I said, give me a moment here, we'll have it all situated. Full Throttle Motorsports, this is your heat one. Kelly Wheeler starting there on pole. And we got them here, and Billy Roberts third. Ike Salad there fourth. Dylan Kinsey fifth. Clayton Robinson there sixth. Chad Lackey seventh. Ryan there in eighth. As they come down there in the corner number one. Out here onto the backstretch. Already having issues there. Oh, man. Trying to get this all situated here as it's not wanting to. Oh, there. That's why I'm hitting the wrong camera view. Now you watch them come on out there down the back straightaway. Down there. We got them rolling. And we got Dixon out there in front. Down through the front straightaway here in the corner number 1 and 2. Down there, off corner number 3 and 4. Dixon still out front. 2 laps to go, and I know that the series is wrong. Give me a moment. Like I said, working through a few little misconceptions here. He's heat number 2 here for the 358. It's going to be here. We got. Come on now. Give me what I need. Brandon Templeton there out front. Joe Halter in second. Brian Dickens there in third. Trevor Guru there in fourth. Michael Batali there fifth. In sixth, that's Jeff Barker. Bob the Good there seventh. Shane Billings there in eighth. Here for heat number 2. Your heat 1 results. We'll go ahead and quickly get to them. Here as they circle around the racetrack, getting ready here. Heat 1 results. That's going to be Randall Dixon with Kelly Wheeler. Dylan Kinsey third. Chad Lackey in fourth. Fifth, going to be Billy Roberts. Sixth, Ryan Elsie. Clears up in there in 7th. Isaac Salas in 8th. All right. Here, getting off to the start now. We got Brandon Templeton out front. They want to come down through off the backstretch. Green flag in the air. They're down and away. In the corner number 1 they go. They work on down through the backstretch. Watching Halter there to the inside. Templeton. Templeton ends up falling back there into second. Trevor Guru there in third. They head on back through the backstretch. Side by side. There with Guru up top. You got Templeton down here on the inside now. Halter's up there on the outside. Templeton trying to get underneath. Try to make that pass happen. Can't quite get there. And work there off of the corner. Down in the corner number 3 and 4 here at Lanier. And down here into the next one, into the next corner they go. Head on out through in the corner, into the next corner they go. Off corner number 3 and 4, 2 laps to go. Templeton and Halter still battling for that lead. And Halter still hangs on to it. But if you look down through, off up there, through the corner. Final lap here for the 358 heat number 2. Unofficial results coming up. We're down. All right, we'll change that there. That's not too big of a deal. There we go. I can't really change where the mic is, but I can definitely change the volume of the mic, which we can definitely do that. Hopefully that sounds a little better there, Isaac. Or, Enix. Let me know if that's better. Oh, heat number 3 takes the grid. Oh, here we go. Heat number 2 results are going to be Joe Halter, Brandon Templeton there in the second, Trevor Guru in third, Brian Dickens fourth, Jeff Barker there fifth, Bob the Good sixth, Shane Billings there in seventh, Michael Batali in eighth. Your grid for heat number 3 is going to be Scott Riome starting on pole, William Watson second, Sam Bachman there third, Joseph Grandi there in fourth, Jeff Sharp fifth, Mason Hine in sixth, Ted York there in seventh, and that'll be rounding out your heat number 3 as they get ready to set and rock and roll here. Come on, give me. Ah, damn thing. There we go. Thank you. I roll off here into the next corner. Great job so far here tonight by these drivers as they really try to put on the best show that they can. Working here into corner number 4. Pace car is going to bring them around one more time. Then we'll get back here to Green Flag Racing for heat number 3. All right, down here, pace car pulls up. They are down and away. And here we go with heat number 3 as they work on out here in the corner number 1 and 2 down that back straightaway. Scott Riome out front, Watson there in second. Down there through 3 and 4 they go. Back out here, 1 lap complete here in heat number 3. Hey, rolling on out down there across the bottom. Working on down through off this corner number 3 and 4. Riome out front. You see them still battling back there about fifth. That's Mike Hine. Working there off the corner now. Down that back straightaway through 3 and 4. Once again, you got the 518 there. Joseph Grandy trying to get up there to the lead. You're looking there at the 007 of Sam Bachman as well. He tries to bring it on up there towards the front. You haven't been able to do it quite as of yet. Working on back down here through the corner. And back out here onto the front straightaway here tonight. Everybody doing a great job here. You go down there in the corner number 1 and 2 for the final lap here in heat number 3. And it looks like Grandi will get the win here in heat number 3. Working on out here. Great job so far by these drivers. And we'll get ready for the warm-ups. We'll get a look here at our results and everything. So your heat number 3 results gonna be Justin Grandy out there in front. William Watson there second. Sam Bachman third. Jeff Sharp there fourth. Mason High in there fifth. Ted York in sixth. Scott Riom in seventh. And then you have that scratch there of Adam Flieger. All right. We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors.
These dollars had come together to support us, and we realized no, we didn't want to use them for us. We wanted to use them to help others.
The foundation has done so much for so many people. It helps any family that has somebody, whether it be a crew member or one of the drivers, that get hurt. We can help them to get through the situation.
I was injured in a non-wing sprint car accident that broke my neck and left me with a spinal cord injury. In the hospital 8 months, and that got really expensive, so having that extra help to help push me and my family forward was a big deal.
I was involved in a pretty gnarly sprint car crash, found out my brain was swelling and bleeding. Pelvic bone was broken, I had 2 cracked vertebrae in my back, and I was in the ICU a little over a week. The Steve King Foundation reached out to my parents. We received a donation from them. Immediately they started me on what's called neurofeedback, and insurance did not cover the neurofeedback appointments. So we received another donation from the Steve King Foundation. It really helped a lot, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to the Steve King Foundation for everything that they have done for me. This last Sunday I got to turn laps in my modified here. That was my first laps back in a race car since the accident, and I truly believe that if it wasn't for the Steve King Foundation, I wouldn't be able to do that or be where I'm at today.
Yes, Steve's death is the reason the foundation exists, but it's Steve's life, and it's the lives of racers everywhere, is the reason we're able to do the work we do.
All right, we're back here. Here is your starting grid for your feature. We got Randall Dixon out there in front. Joe Halter there second. Joseph Grandy there in third. Kelly Wheeler there fourth. Brandon Templeton there fifth. William Watson there sixth. Dylan Kinsey there seventh. Trevor Garou there in eighth. Sam Bachman there ninth. Chad Lackey in 10th. Brian Dickens there in 11th. Jeff Sharp in 12th, 13th tonight. That's going to be Billy Roberts. Jet Barker there in 14th. Mason High in there 15th. Ryan Ells there in 16th. Bob DeGood there 17th. Ted York in 18th. Clay Thompson there 19th. Shane Billings there 20th. Scott Brown, 21st. Isaac Salas there, 22nd. Michael Battelli, 23rd with that scratch of Adam Flieger there in 24th. All right, that is your starting grid here for your feature tonight. Hey, they're all out here getting ready to rock and roll best they can here. As we see, we got a lot of things going on here, trying to get things situated the best we can. And I think too dark. Green flag out there down the way. In the corner number 1 they go. Out through the backstretch. Randall Dixon out there in front. And they battle it on out there in the corner number 3 and 4. Oh no, problems already up there towards the back as they come on down through. We got Dixon out there in front, as we said, as they work on out there down through the backstretch. Here in the corner number 3 and 4. Caution out here in these, as we'll take a look here and see what exactly happened. Something to do here with Billy Roberts and Mason Hine. Scott Reynolds also involved possibly. Oh, look at it here. They come down here in corner number 1. Roberts comes up, gets into the 122, brings it down there across the bottom. Somehow then gets tagged. The 89 also involved. Now we see there the 4 of Scott Rion. There's Billy Roberts in the 99 and Mason Hine in the 89. Getting ready here for the start. And where is the dang... There it is. I was going to say, where is the dang thing? Green flags in the air down in the corner number 1. As they work there off. Got the 66 there down on the inside. The 75 FTM machine there in the middle as they work here off the corner. Down through off of the 1 and 2. Look how slick 1 and 2 are getting there, especially 1. As they work down there off the corner in the corner number 3 and 4. Dixon out front. Templeton there in second. Carew there in back here in 6. That's that 75 FTM machine we were talking about. As they work on out here down through the back straightaway. In the corner number 1 and 2. Hey, bring it on out down here off the corner. Watch, everything looking great, looking good as they roll off a 2. Dixon still up front. Templeton there in second. They want to come down off of the corner. Great job so far. Now Templeton out there in front, out there on the high side. Dixon now brings it back down there on the bottom, and look out, do we keep it clear? We do. Templeton having issues up there on the top side, falling back. He's now up there on the top. Caution is out, and my bet is it's going to involve Templeton up there on the top side. We were watching him fall backwards. All right, take a look at it here. We said, Aaron, let's try to get a look at this. Come on, where's my little thing here? Yeah, Brandon Templeton having issues, as we said. They didn't work there off the corner. Someone getting their tag a little bit, ends up the racetrack, and ends up into the outside wall, and, oh man, head on into the opening here. Off of turn 3. That will bring out the caution. Green, seeing what happened there. Green flag back out. Dixon there as your leader. Watson there second. Kinsey there third. Lackey there in fourth. Bachman in fifth here as they head on out. And they're on the corner number 2 down that back straightaway. Everybody didn't care. You see Dixon up there on the high side. Watson down there on the inside. Here comes the 639 of Kinsey working there in the corner number 1 and 2. 3 wide there as they come there off of 2. Dixon up there towards the top. Watson now back out there to lead. All right, 16 laps, now 15 laps to go down here in the corner number 1 and 2. Out that back straightaway down there out of the corner. They roll off here, 15 laps to go, now 14 with Watson out front, Kinsey there in second. Caution back out here on the speedway. Let me get that turned out. I didn't realize that was so loud. That might have got picked up there through my mic. So Watson there. We'll take a quick look here to see what this caution brought out. Well, that's interesting. I must say, I find that kind of interesting that I'm not racing, but yet I gained a position. Figure that one out there. As we try to find out what exactly happened here. Not exactly sure. Might have been, I'll see if this back here catches any of this. I don't know. We'll see. Now that's Watson there. I'm not seeing where the caution is. Sorry about that. I can't seem to find the caution. But we are rolling here with Watson as your leader. Green flag back in the air, down here, and away they go. Hey, bring it on out, down there, out of corner. Out of corner number 4 they go, bring it down the front straightaway. They're down there in through 3 and 4 once again. Watson as your leader down there out of the front, down there in the corner number 1. as they work there off the corner. Great, great job here at Coast to Coast Racing here tonight. And watch them here coming off. Great job. Trying to get back here to where... All right, here through 3 and 4 here for the 358 modifieds. 8 laps to go as they work on off the corner. Down there in front. And then on to the backstretch. They work on through the front here, down there once again. Watson as your leader. Dixon there second. Trying to get here to where we can see what goes on. And I've lost what I need here somewhere. Work there off turn number 4. Watson as your leader, 4 laps to go. Down there in the corner, number 1 and 2 they go. Working there off. There's what I needed right there so I don't lose it. Now we got Chad Lackey back here in 3rd. Randall Dixon there 4th. Brian Dickens there in 5th. Bachman, Wheeler, Guru back here. He's fighting there. He's got the 280 and Jeff Sharp down there on his inside, working there off turn number 3 back there onto the front straightaway. You see that 639 and Dylan Kinsey trying to get up there. Chad Lackey as well. Randall Dixon there in 4th. Brian Dickens in 5th as they work on down out of here. With the final lap, Watson your leader. Kinsey here 2nd. Lackey 3rd. Randall Dixon in 4th. They work on out through the backstretch. Brian Dickens there 5th. Bachman there in 6th. Kelly Wheeler in 7th. Trevor Guru there 8th. Jeff Sharp there 9th. Michael McHalley in 10th. Shane Billings there in 11th. Scott Riome in 12th. We'll get the unofficial official results here in just a moment. Here we go. Official results here for tonight. We got William Watson getting the win. Dylan Kinsey there 2nd. Chad Lackey 3rd. Randall Dixon there 4th. Brian Dickens there 5th. Sam Bachman in 6th. Kelly Wheeler in 7th. Trevor Guru in 8th. 9th goes to Jeff Sharp. 10th there, Michael Vitale. 11th, Shane Billings. 12th goes to Scott Riome. 13th, Joe Halter. Bob the Good will finish 14th. Craig Christopherson there 15th. Mason Hines 16th. Ryan there in 17th. 18th. 18th going there to Ted York. Jeff Barker in 19th. Brandon Templeton there 20th. Billy Roberts there 21st. Joseph Grandy there in 22nd. Isaac Sauer there 23rd. And myself back there in 24th. All right, that'll wrap up that there. Let's get with our winners. Hey, bring it on down here. We'll get with Chad Lackey. Find out where Chad Lackey is. There's Chad Lackey. Good evening there, Chad. How's it going?
Good. Yourself, Adam?
I'm doing good, and how are you?
With a 10 to 3rd, I couldn't be any happier. I'll take it.
Well, you did a great job out there. The track seemed like it's slicking off, and kind of how much of a driving style did you have to change as that night went on?
Pretty much gotta just drive it like a pavement car at that point. Not too much bite left around the track, so you just keep the car as straight as possible and easy on the throttle off the straightaways, and that's pretty much it.
Well, you did a great job there tonight. And you got sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank for getting that 3rd place?
Yeah, Billings Motorsports, Speed Ranch Setups, Tyler Bowman from Vertex Graphics for hooking me up with a sweet wrap, Yurishi Media, all the guys in Discord, and Adam, yourself, for doing the broadcast, FTM for sponsoring today's broadcast, and that's pretty much it.
Alrighty, well, congrats. And are you coming out for the big blocks?
Nah, there's another league I got to go run tonight. So.
Alrighty, well, good luck, and we'll see you next week.
Awesome, thanks, Adam.
All right, that was Chad Lackey. Now we'll get with Dylan Kinsey, our second place finisher. Good evening there, Dylan. How's it going?
Pretty good, how are you?
I'm doing really good. How do you feel about your finish here in the 358s?
Well, I feel pretty good. I got into Templeton a little bit. I think he was trying to run a cut down when we were all bumper to bumper, and he checked up trying to run that cut down. Might get a penalty for it next week. I don't know if to see, but wasn't intentional. But like I said, I think he was trying to cut under Randy, but we were all just too close, and it happened too fast. But no, it felt pretty good. Worked through traffic a little bit. Feels good.
Well, I know it's tough to beat that guy that finished ahead of you. I mean, great job, though, getting up there in the second here tonight. And you coming out for big blocks after this?
Oh, yeah, I'll be bringing the big block out for it.
Alrighty, well, you got sponsor shout-outs. Anybody you want to thank here for getting second place here in the 358s?
Oh, yeah, shout out to Bart, well, we call him Bart, Watson, for getting a win. He's always super smooth, so he's hard to beat, especially when he's breathing down your neck for so long. You're going to make a slip up a little bit, and he's going to get under you. But I got to thank all the guys at FTM, Gunner Spawn Speed Shop, Dean Reynolds, a Super Dirt Car, DJ for the wrap. This wrap is for Epilepsy Month for our buddy Anthony. But and you for jumping in for the broadcast, and everyone at Coast to Coast that makes it happen.
All right, well, congrats there getting that second place, and we look forward and good luck there in the big block.
All right, thanks.
All right, I was Dylan Kinsey, and I'll get with Watson. Good evening there, William. How's it going?
Good about you, bud.
I'm doing fairly well here, and how do you feel getting that victory here once again on this Thursday night?
It feels good to get back up here on the top in 358s. I haven't been up here in a minute.
Well, I mean, you definitely put on a show and don't disappoint anytime you're out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, so I try to do. I just tried to stay out of everybody right there, and I was stuck on the bottom each restart, so I just hold my line, wait for them to make a mistake, and then it kind of came back to me, so I was able to pull it beside him, let it slider.
Great job there tonight, and you coming out for big blocks as well?
Yeah, I'm coming for big blocks.
Alrighty, well, we look forward to watching you there, too. I mean, like I said, you never disappoint whenever you bring it out there on track. And you got any sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank for getting that win here tonight?
Yeah, the boys over at FTM, Spawn Speed Shop, Stupro Performance, Gripex.com, Dirt Car Series, Vortex Rapids for the Wraps. I can't even talk tonight. Shaggy TV, Coast to Coast, and you for broadcasting, bud.
All right, well, great job, Aaron. We look forward here in the future to see how well this plays out. So good luck in the big blocks.
Appreciate it.
All right, that was William Watson, our winner here in the 358s. We're going to leave this and get ready for the big blocks. So don't go anywhere here at Coast to Coast Racing Network. We will be right back.
it's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Gets on the champion, trying to be a bit of a hiatus, so let's get.
Tonight when we talked about it,
outpouring of love is amazing. These dollars had come together to support us, and we realized no, we didn't want to use them for us. We wanted to use them to help others.
The foundation has done so much for so many people. It helps any family that has somebody, whether it be a crew member or one of the drivers, that get hurt. We can help them to get through the situation.
I was injured in a non-wing sprint car accident that broke my neck and left me with a spinal cord injury. In the hospital 8 months, and that got really, really expensive, so having that extra help to help push me and my family forward was a big deal.
I was involved in a pretty gnarly sprint car crash. Found out my brain was swelling and bleeding. Pelvic bone was broken. I had 2 cracked vertebrae on my back, and I was in the ICU a little over a week. The Steve King Foundation reached out to my parents. We received a donation from them. Immediately they started me on what's called neurofeedback, and insurance did not cover the neurofeedback appointments. So we received another donation from the Steve King Foundation. It really helped a lot, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to the Steve King Foundation for everything that they have done for me. This last Sunday, I got to turn laps in my modified here. That was my first laps back in a race car since the accident, and I truly believe that if it wasn't for the Steve King Foundation, I wouldn't be able to do that or be where I'm at today.
Yes, Steve's death is the reason the foundation exists, but it's Steve's life, and it's the lives of racers everywhere, is the reason we're able to do the work we do.
All right, we're back here once again from Lanier. As you see, we're getting ready here for the big blocks. We'll get that shine change there in just a moment. I said we're still playing around here a little bit with the SDK to get it perfect here for tonight. With the onset here, I apologize that it wasn't quite up to snuff where I'd like it to be, and we are getting it slowly here as the night goes on. Getting everything switched on over here. As you watch them here in their practice, getting all warmed up, these big blocks, figuring their way around in here. I think we got it all situated now. As they advance here in the qualifying. Waiting here to see who the best time goes to. There you got Joe Grandy out there in that 5:18. You see the times down there on the bottom of your screen. Jeff Sharp out there in that number 280. Grandy out there in that 5:18. Barker now out there. Watson out there as well. Kinsey also out on track. There you watch Grandy there out there. He's putting down a 13.459. And work on out here. Yeah, Michael Vitale working his way around as well, maybe, if I can get a decent shot. Yep, there's Vitale. And the number 213. Kinsey there in 639. And why does it look like that's not working? Because it's not. Give me a moment here. I don't know why that's not working here. Give me a moment here. For some reason, my paints decided to shut down, and it shouldn't have. So give it a moment here. It recalibrates everybody. Bachman out there just finishing up his laps. I see in that 007. And don't worry. There it goes. You're seeing it change before your very eyes. Like magic. All right, here we go. Control R only works if Trading Paints is actually open. Somehow it ended up shut down. But we saw it, ended up getting, and we got it running now. Now here we go. Heat number 1 on the board. Now we'll show them here to you. Sam Bachman out there in front, getting that pole here in heat number 1. Jimmy Carew in second. Scott Riome there third. Joseph Grandy there fourth. Randall Dixon there in fifth. Ted York there in sixth. Jeff Sharp in seventh. All right, that is your starting grid there for heat number 1. While we wait for them all to grid up. All right, let me know what you guys think there of the new ticker system here. As I said, it's taken us a little bit to completely get it fixed and where we want it, but it's been a journey to get it to here. And down here into the corner number 1. I see it there as we go and get live here. Bachman out there leading the way. Trevor Giroux there in second. 6 laps to go here with the big block modifieds. It's not the big block. It is 358 as well, so I better put them there as well. In the 358. Up too long, okay. There we go. Now all fixed. And roll on out here down through the front stretch. Sam Bachman there now back to second as Trevor Giroux there in front. Getting that bottom side to work. Hey, bring it on out through off the corner. And you see him there, you watch Giroux there off to Scott Rion back here in a third. Randall Dixon back here for it. Jeff Sharp back here fifth. And work down there across the stripe. Out front, checkered flag is out. We're at the unofficial results coming in here in just a moment. All right, here we go. Heat number 1 results. That's going to be Trevor Giroux getting the win. Sam Bachman there second. Scott Rion there third. Randall Dixon there fourth. Jeff Sharp in fifth. Joseph Grandy there in sixth. Ted York there in seventh. All right, your grid for heat number 2. That's going to be Jeff Barger out there on pole. Dylan Kinsey there second. William Watson third. Michael Vitale there fourth. Bob DeGood there fifth. Ryan there in sixth with Clay Christopherson in seventh. All right, here we go. Heat number 2 on the board. And you're looking here at Bob DeGood back here towards the back. Down here through corner number 3 and 4 they go. And down here in the corner number 1, Dylan Kinsey up there at the top side. Going to try to take that lead. Jeff Barker back there in second. Watson in third. Mike Vitale up there on the outside. Watson, your 358 modified winner down there on the bottom side. Trying to work his way up there towards the front. He started third here. Jeff Barker there in a second. Kinsey there in front. Working through the middle of the corner. 6 laps to go. Ryan there in 6th. Bob DeGood in 7th. Jeff Barker out here in 2nd. Kinsey leads the way here with 5 laps to go in heat number 2 of your 358 Big Block Showdown. Here through off the corner they go. And I guess that needed to be whoopsies. There we go. All right. I've got it fixed now. Boy, oh boy. All right, down here. Corner number 1. 2 laps to go. Dylan Kinsey in second. Or I'm out there in first. Jeff Barker there second. Watson there third. Vitale for it. Craig Christopherson back here in fifth. Watson now looking underneath a Barker Kickway. Get their final lap. White flag in the air. They roll here off through 1 and 2. Down there off the back stretch in the corner. Number 3 and 4. Coming there off the corner. Dylan Kinsey gets the win. Jet Barker there second. Watson there third. Vitale fourth. Wickley Christopherson in fifth. Unofficial results. We'll get your results right here. Here is your results for heat number 2. Dylan Kinsey, Jeff Barker, William Watson third, Michael Vitale there fourth, Clay Christopherson fifth, Ryan there in sixth, Bob the Good in seventh. All right, there we go. We'll be back after this short message.
These dollars had come together to support us, and we realized no, we didn't want to use them for us. We wanted to use them to help others.
The foundation has done so much for so many people. It helps any family that has somebody, whether it be a crew member or one of the drivers, that get hurt. We can help them to get through the situation.
I was injured in a non-wing sprint car accident that broke my neck and left me with a spinal cord injury. In the hospital 8 months, and that got really, really expensive, so having that extra help to help push me and my family forward was a big deal.
I was involved in a pretty gnarly sprint car crash. Found out my brain was swelling and bleeding. Pelvic bone was broken. I had 2 cracked vertebrae on my back, and I was in the ICU a little over a week. The Steve King Foundation reached out to my parents. We received a donation from them. Immediately they started me on what's called neurofeedback, and insurance did not cover the neurofeedback appointments. So we received another donation from the Steve King Foundation. It really helped a lot, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to the Steve King Foundation for everything that they have done for me. This last Sunday I got to turn laps in my modified here. That was my first laps back in a race car since the accident, and I truly believe that if it wasn't for the Steve King Foundation, I wouldn't be able to do that or be where I'm at today.
Yes, Steve's death is the reason the foundation exists, but it's Steve's life, and it's the lives of racers everywhere, is the reason we're able to do the work we do.
All right, here we go. Back with your starting grid here for the main event of the big blocks. Here we go. Starting on pole, that is going to be Trevor Carew with Dylan Kinsey there second. Sam Bachman in third. Jet Barker fourth. Scott Rion fifth. William Watson in sixth. Randall Dixon there seventh. Michael Vitale there in eighth. Jeb Sharp there in 9th. Clay Christopherson there 10th. Joseph Grandy there in 11th. Ryan there in 12th. 13th. That's going to be Ted York with Bobby Good there in 14th. 14 drivers here tonight for your grid. Head on out here. Looking great here so far. We'll go ahead and get your tower back up there so you can see what's going on. Pace cars off. Here we go. Down and away. We got Trevor Guru out there in front. Great job there on the start. He worked down through the back stretch in the corner number 3 and 4. But look out. Here comes Kinsey up there on the top side. Down there through off the corner in the 1 and 2. Jeff Barker, Sam Bachman there 3rd. Scott Rion there 5th, Randall Dixon there 6th, Michael Vitale in 7th, Jeb Sharp in 8th, Clay Christopherson there 9th, William Watson in 10th. And you'll watch them all battling out here. Off of the corner they go, down there off the straightaway. You're watching there Jeff Barker, he's sitting there in 4th, trying to work his way up there. 28 laps to go as they work on out here, down there off the corner. You watch them hanging on. Great job. Working there off of the corner. Great job here tonight. They all work down there at 3 and 4. Looking there at Barker. Working down there off corner number 4. Great job so far. All right, down there off corner number 2. Down that back straightaway. Bachman out there in front. Oh, I'm sorry, Bachman's in 4th. Guru's out front. Kinsey there 2nd. Barker there 3rd. As you see there, Bachman there in 4th, trying to work on the inside there. Barker gets it that corner As they headed on back out here, look out, Barker making another run at Bachman. Down here off corner number 1 and 2. Onto the back stretch, 11 laps to go here in the big block 3v8 showdown. As they headed on out there, down there to the bottom. Guru out there in front. There you see Kinsey. Bachman and Barker still battling out. Down there off of 2. Rion back here 5th. Dixon back here in 6th. Click with Thompson there in 7th. Vitale back there 8th. Barger back there in 9th with Watson in 10th. And then work on off the corner. 9 laps to go. As they work there down through into the front straightaway in the corner number 1 and 2. Trevor Guru looking great. You got the 639 Dylan Kinsey there in 2nd. Sam Bachman there 3rd. Jeff Barker 4th. Scott Riome in 5th. They work on out down here off of 4. 7 laps to go for Trevor Guru. He's coming there off of 2. These drivers are coming down there in the corner number 1. Riome there in 5th. Randall Dixon 6th. Clay Thompson there in 7th. Back here in 8th, Michael Vitale. And Dixon's got his hands full right there below Riome. Chris Thompson's right there with him. And Watson come there off corner number 4. Kinsey there in 2nd. Bachman there in 3rd. 3 FTM Motorsports drivers out there at the front. You watch them there off the corner. Now they come there down off. Great job so far by these drivers. Three laps to go. All right, your results coming in here shortly. All right, let's look at your drivers here. We got the results. Trevor Rue out there in front. Dylan Kinsey there second. Bachman there third. Barker fourth. Clayton Thompson there fifth. Scott Riome sixth. Vitale 7th, Randall Dixon there in 8th, Jeff Sharp 9th, William Watson there in 10th, Joseph Grandy there in 11th, Ted York 12th, Ryan there in 13th, Bobby Good 14th. All right, here with your top finishers. Let's get them up here. If we come on now, get where I need you to be. All right, starting with Sam Bachman, your third place finisher. Good evening, Sam. How's it going?
Going pretty good. Got a top 3, so you can't complain.
You had to really work for that top 3 tonight.
Yeah, Jeff, to be honest, Jeff really made me work for it. I was a little surprised, to be honest, because normally he's a lot of bottom dominant kind of guy, but once I got be able to throw a slider on him and I could get that top side a little bit rolling and get my momentum going, I knew I'd probably be a little faster. So I was just racing side by side with him the whole time on the bottom until I could throw a slider on him and then just try to hit my marks after that.
You did a great job there tonight getting third, and looks like you guys were having quite the fun out there at Lanier tonight.
Yeah, it was pretty fun, to be honest. I mean, the track felt pretty even everywhere, bottom and top. I mean, as you can see, me and Jeff were side by side for a good chunk of the race or whatever. But other than that, I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, was it nonstop? I think it was. It was nonstop, yeah. 0 caution. So, yeah, it was a pretty good race.
Alrighty, well, great job there getting the win. Or, I mean, getting third place here tonight. A little short from the win, but, I mean, still great job bringing it into third. I mean, you got tough competition here coast to coast.
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's quite a few good guys in here. So, I mean, you can take the podiums when you can get them.
Well, you got any shout-outs, sponsors, anybody you need to thank?
Yeah, the boys over at FTM, Gunnar at Swan Speed Shop. He's really been working hard on the dig. Dean over at Super Dark Car Series, Expert Installation, Vertex Graphics, Shaggy TV, obviously you Flieger for doing the broadcast tonight. Thanks for filling in or whatever last minute, and Coast to Coast.
Alrighty, well, great job there with third place. And are you done for the night, or are you coming out in the Pro Late Models?
Oh, I might be out there for the pros. I don't know yet.
Alrighty, well, congrats, and we'll have a great night if we don't see you out there.
You as well, thank you.
All right, that's Sam Bachman, second place. Now we'll get with Dylan Kinsey. Good evening here, Dylan. How's it going?
Not bad, not bad.
Well, you got second here in the big blocks as well. I think you got, what, second in the 358s?
Yeah, I got a pair of 2s tonight.
Now, so far, I mean, are you coming out for the Pro Late Models?
No, I think I'm going to call it tonight after the big block and go watch some football.
Alrighty, well, you did a great job getting that 639 up there in the second place, and definitely showing off that Epilepsy Foundation paint scheme here tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad the team got the show out on the podium for big blocks, getting all 3 up there. But yeah, Trevor's super fast. I was running a slider most of the race, and then I went to the bottom once I seen the track change, but he was already gone, and I actually told him in Discord to slow down a little bit. But yeah, I mean, that's all I could do. Sam would have had me if we had about 5 more laps. He would have been on my rear bumper.
There's sometimes I wish leagues would give the broadcaster the chance to maybe touch this little yellow button here that I have from the admin box.
There was guys calling for a caution in Discord, but I'm glad it didn't come out, because then I would have had a handful.
And debris on the racetrack caution.
Yeah, get one of those NASCAR debris cautions.
I was in a league one night, Dylan, and somebody accidentally hit the yellow button. There was no yellow on the racetrack, and they hit the yellow button by accident.
I've been in a few races like that, seen it a few times.
People were hollering, "What's the caution for?" Oops, I accidentally hit the button.
Yeah, it tends to piss off the leader a little bit, but it is good if you're in the back and need it, for sure.
Most definitely. And it helps out the broadcast, too. I mean, if you guys get so strung out, I mean, especially some of them asphalt races that I've broadcasted, they get so strung out, it's like, oh, man, it's pretty bad when the broadcaster starts falling asleep.
Yeah, for sure. And it definitely, makes things interesting once everybody's all bunched back up.
Well, you got sponsor shots. Anybody you want to thank for getting second place here in the big blocks?
Yeah, all the guys at FTM. Shout out to Sam getting third, and big shout out to Trevor winning tonight. I got to thank Gunnar at Swan Speed Shop, Dean Reynolds at Super Dirt Car, DJ for the rap, like you said, the Epilepsy rap. Definitely showed out tonight. You for jumping in for the broadcast, and everyone at Coast to Coast that makes it happen.
All righty, great job there tonight, and we'll see you next week here, Dylan.
All right, see ya.
All right, that was Dylan Kinsey. Now we're getting with our winner here, Trevor. Good evening there, Trevor. How's it going?
Good, you?
It's going well. How do you think about putting that 75 up there in the victory lane?
Oh man, it feels pretty good. I was away there last few weeks, and it's kind of my first week back, and to come out here and win tonight, it feels pretty good after shaking off a little rust early on in the week, and then coming here tonight for some Thursday Night Thunder and getting a win. It feels good.
Most definitely, and you guys definitely never disappoint with the shows you put on. And I mean, that FTM group looked great out there, getting top 3, I believe, here in the big blocks.
Yeah. It's we swept the podium tonight, so that's always cool to do, man. It's I mean, like you said, it's a great group of guys, and we always it always feels good to come out here and sweep the podium in these, and anytime we're out on the track together. So props to Kinsey and Bachman and Scott and Clay for some good runs too. It was this place just one of them tracks, man. It's tough to pass. Like it's kind of one of those tracks where you start up front, you kind of finish up front, barring any accidents or anything like that. But either way, man, it's always fun to come out here and sweep podium and get a win and see all the boys doing good.
Yeah, you guys definitely did do great here. And you got any sponsor shout-outs? Anybody you want to thank there for getting that victory tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, want to give a shout out to teammate Anthony. We're all running cars for him this month. And obviously everybody affected by epilepsy and the Epilepsy Foundation. So shout out him and everybody at FTM. Shout out Castleberry Flag, Sound Expert Installation, Big Tim Race Wraps, and this wrap specifically was made by DJ, a fellow teammate. So appreciate him very much for doing this for me. Swan Speed Shop, Dean Reynolds with the Super Dirt Car Series. Everybody at C2C and you, Adam, for doing the broadcast for us tonight last minute. We appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. I'm always ready to jump in. I feel bad for the Hometown Hero guys. Last night I was supposed to broadcast them, and just as I was getting ready to click live, Mother Nature had other plans for me.
Hey, it happens, man. It's out of your control, so it's all good.
It sucks. I was sitting underneath candlelight until 11 o'clock last night.
Holy smokes.
So, but I'm glad to be back here tonight and able to bring the show to Coast to Coast Racing Network. But great job there, Trevor. Are you coming out for the Pro Late Models, or are you calling in tonight here as well?
No, I'll be there. You'll see me there.
Alrighty. Well, good luck, and we'll see you here in a few moments in the big block, in the Pro Late Models.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alrighty. Congrats.
Thanks.
That was Trevor Garou, your winner here in the big blocks. Don't go anywhere here at Coast to Coast Racing Network, or if you're over at Fleeger Farm TV watching over there, don't go anywhere. We will be back in just a moment with our Pro Late Model division.
it's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Gets on the champion. Trying to be a bit of a hiatus, so let's get.
Tonight we talked about it.
Outpouring of love was amazing. These dollars had come together to support us, and we realized no, we didn't want to use them for us. We wanted to use them to help others.
The foundation has done so much for so many people. It helps any family that has somebody, whether it be a crew member or one of the drivers, that get hurt. We can help them to get through the situation.
I was injured in a non-wing sprint car accident that broke my neck and left me with a spinal cord injury. I was in the hospital 8 months, and that got really, really expensive, so having that extra help to help push me and my family forward was a big deal.
I was involved in a pretty gnarly sprint car crash. Found out my brain was swelling and bleeding. Pelvic bone was broken. I had 2 cracked vertebrae on my back, and I was in the ICU a little over a week. The Steve King Foundation reached out to my parents. We received a donation from them. Immediately, they started me on what's called neurofeedback, and insurance did not cover the neurofeedback appointments. So we received another donation from the Steve King Foundation. It really helped a lot, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to the Steve King Foundation for everything that they have done for me. This last Sunday, I got to turn laps in my modified here. That was my first laps back in a race car since the accident, and I truly believe that if it wasn't for the Steve King Foundation, I wouldn't be able to do that or be where I'm at today.
Yes, Steve's death is the reason the foundation exists, but it's Steve's life, and it's the lives of racers everywhere, is the reason we're able to do the work we do.
getting ready to go here. They have called an end to practice. Getting ready here for qualifying. Scott Young, Jeff Barger, William Watson, Bob McGood, Joseph Grandi, and Trevor Guru, your drivers here tonight in the Pro Late Models. There you come down through the back stretch here in the corner number 3 and 4. Up there onto the back stretch they go after coming through 2. Scott Riome looking for a decent time here. He comes out there across the start-finish line. Barker puts the first time down there. Riome with a 12.778. Watson with a 12.746. Working there off the corner. Now we see Riome finish his qualifying time there with a 12.716. Jet Barger with a 12.742. Watson there with a 12.741. All right, heat number 1 on the grid, or your only heat, rather, or your heat race. Here's your starting grid. William Watson out there in the front. Jeff Barker there second. Scott Riome in third. Trevor Guru in fourth. Bob McGood in fifth. Joseph Grandi there in sixth. And get started here. 8 laps to go here for the Regal Wraps and Designs Pro Late Models. They work on out here through in the corner number 3 and 4. They're working on out here. Great job. Down through the backstretch. Jet Barger out front. Watson in second. All right, wait a minute. Watson, your leader here. Jet Barger trying to get the lead off the top side. Off corner number 4. They are green flag racing. Grandi did not take the green flag as they're down here in the corner number. Oh, a little touch here from Riome as they work on down through in the corner number 3 and 4. Back out here onto the front stretch. 1 and 2 in the corner they go. Riome down there on the inside. Guru falls back there in the second. Watson out there still battling with as he's trying to get out there to the lead. Will do so here coming down in the corner number 3 and 4. Scott Riome there in second. Watson out there in front. Trevor Guru in second, and he tries to bring it back on up there. Scott Riome third. Jeff Barker, he's back here for it. Bob the Good, he's currently sitting there in fifth. Alley said coming there off the corner. Watson there out front. Trying to work on down here off corner number 2. On to the backstretch. Looking there at Bob the Good. With the 513 there in front of him, Jeff Barger. Watson is your leader with Guru trying to chase him down here through the final lap of the heat race. Trevor Guru, or Watson getting the win. Guru there in second. Get the results here for heat number 1. That's going to be William Watson getting the win there, and that is the wrong thing there. Give me a moment. All right, so there is your heat winners. William Watson, your winner. Trevor Guru there in second. Jeff Barger there in third. We got Bob the Good there for it. Scott Realm fifth. Joseph Grandy there in sixth. We'll be back after this short message.
Precision is our language. Creativity is our weapon. And perfection is the only option. Your ride, your brand, your image, elevated to a level that can't be ignored. This isn't just a wrap, it's a revolution. Regal Wraps and Designs, where power meets style, and style becomes unforgettable. At Regal Wraps and Designs, we don't follow trends, we set them. Every line, every finish, every detail is built to dominate. From flawless vehicle wraps to bold custom designs, we take your vision and redefine it. Seamless statements, artful accents, hues of harmony. We are Regal Wraps and Designs.
All right, back here at the Speedway. Times are ticking here in warm-ups. Realms out there with a black flag must have exited the pits. Too fast or unsafe. All right. Taking a look there. Scott Realm down there in the pits. Watson took a few laps around. Here we go. Your grid coming up for your feature event. William Watson there in front. Trevor Guru there in second. Jet Barger third. Bobby Good in fourth. Scott Realm in fifth. Joseph Grandy there in sixth. All right, that's your starting grid. As you look at them here, they get ready for the start tonight. 6 drivers ready to take their grid. Looking like 5 as Grandy did not come out. Grandy has left the Pro Late Models. Working down off a corner number 2 down through the back straightaway. Watson is your control car. Guru out there in second. Barker, as you see, there is third. Bob the Good up there in fourth on that top side. Easy Realm now getting there in the third. Bringing it up there to the back of Watson. Lights are going to go out on the pace machine. Get set, rock and roll here tonight. Pace car is off. Coming out of 4, green flags in the air, down and away they go. As they head on out here. Down into the bottom. Watson up there in front. Guru there in third. Guillaume in third. Now you want him down there off of corner number 2. Down through corner number 3 and 4. Watson out front. Guru there second. Guillaume's back here in third. As they work on out and down through corner number 3 and 4. Watson still hangs on to the lead, but Guru not going anywhere as he looks to the bottom underneath of Watson. Down there in the corner number 1 and 2. Guru's trying to make that inside work. 27 laps to go here for your feature of the Regal Wraps and Designs Pro Late Models here tonight. Down there in the corner number 1 and 2. Guru still fighting there beside Watson. Getting a little bit of nose ahead of him as he gets down there through 3 and 4. Gonna slide it up. Watson then undercuts. He's going to try to get underneath him down here in the corner number 1. Will do so as he works there through 2. Can't quite pull it off though. He ends up falling back in line there in the second as Guru takes the lead here off of 4. 24 laps to go. Down here off corner number 2 down that back straightaway. Guillaume sitting there in third. Barker in fourth. There in fifth is Bob the Good. Everybody's kind of single filed out right now as they work there off the corner. Everybody's looking great there as they work off. Guru in front. Watson second. Guillaume third with Barker there in fourth. The Good there in fifth. Hey, Watson, he's lost some ground there to Guru. We see we got Guru, Watson, Guillaume, Barker, I believe are all FTM machines. Well, maybe not. I thought Barker might have been, but doesn't look like he is. And he rolls there off corner number 4, down through the front straightaway. Watson in second. Head on out there, down through the back stretch through 3 and 4. Guru out front, Watson there second. Scott Guillaume there in third. 18 laps to go. Here's a work off the corner. Everybody's looking great. I watch him come there off corner number 1, down through, off of 2. Everybody works on out here off the for 10 laps to go. Guru out there in front. Watson there in second. Riom there in third. Barker there in fourth. Bob the Good there in fifth. And then you got Randy out there in that back corner. Through 3 and 4. Great job by the driver. 2 laps to go here as they work it on off the corner. Final lap here, as you see out there in front. That is Trevor Guru, William Watson in second, Riom there third, and they work there off the corner. Unofficial results. Guru almost getting back up there to Bob the Good. The Good a lap down. So Bob the Good finishing out the race here tonight. Great job here. Looking like, I wish we had more drivers to get involved with the Pro Late Models here on Thursday nights. As the results come in, here is your feature results. Trevor Rue getting the win. William Watson there in second. Scott Riom third. Jeff Barker fourth. Bob the Good there fifth. Joseph Randy there in sixth. All right, here we go. Getting with your winners here in your Pro Late Model division. Scott Riom getting third place. Waiting to see where everybody is. There's William Watson and Scott Riom. Good evening there, Scott. How's it going?
Oh, just freaking peachy.
Well, you got third here in the Pro Late Models.
Yeah, out of 5 cars. That's something to write home about, huh?
Hey, look, you're not last. So
yeah, I didn't get wrecked out of a race for a change at Lanier. That's something to be proud of. Which kind of interview do you want here, Adam? Do you want the uncut version, or do you want me to tone it down? Because I'm still a little upset from what happened earlier.
Oh, you're still a little upset with what happened earlier?
Yeah. So I mean, he apologized. He took an EOL. Everything's good there. But anytime you're leading a heat race and you have a chance to start up front at a 1-lane racetrack, and you get taken out, you're gonna be pretty fucking pissed. And he understood. I voiced my opinions to him privately, and he took an EOL for it. So kudos to him for at least manning up and doing that. As far as this race goes, I'm not good in these. I mean, you could see Jeff was catching me. I started trying out kinds of crazy stuff that I'm not comfortable with. Honestly, Jeff probably deserved a 3rd place there, so I'll take it. I mean, whatever. You know, FTM sweep out of 5 cars, I guess. We'll be happy with it. But, God. Yeah.
So you're saying these Pro Late Models give you a workout, huh?
They do. I mean, for me, I don't know if it's just me or if everybody else experiences it. It takes like 2 or 3 laps before they seem to want to turn. Once you get them to be able to, like, I don't know if it builds air pressure, gets heat in the tires. I don't know exactly what it is with it. But after the first couple of laps, you can kind of get comfortable and settled in. I was hanging right there with Bart for a while, and then, you know, he started running a slider line, and he started to pull away from me a little bit. So I figured, you know what, shit, I might as well try that. And once I started trying that, and of course, I've never done that in one of these, and it just screwed me all up. I should have just stayed doing what I was doing, you know. But if you don't try new things, you don't learn. So here I am.
Well, I mean, that is true, and you looked like you had a decent car out there. I mean, from up here in the booth, it seemed like that car was pretty decent for you tonight.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was good in the heat race. It was good in the feature too. It's just, you know, I don't have the talent that these guys have. I was strictly up for forever. I was just a modified guy. And, you know, I just started running these maybe not even 6 months ago, these in the sprint cars, just because, you know, all the other guys want to run them. So, hell, I might as well go out and give them a whirl. And, I mean, I know, obviously, you're not going to jump in one of these and just be instantly good unless you have that God-given talent. I don't have it. So, screw it. You got to learn. You got to get out there and play around and have some fun with them. And that's what we do. We go in, have some fun. We drink some beer, and here we are.
Well, for sure. And great job there getting that thing, you know, at least hanging on for third tonight.
Yeah. Shout out to Jeff. I mean, obviously he was better than me right at the end there, and he probably could have given me a little shot there to get third, but kudos to him. And I was honestly, once in that big block race when I couldn't get around him, I was doing everything I could without actually getting into him because, you know, hey, shout out to all the guys that have brake pedals. We can use them in these cars. I was using mine to not get into Jeff. So, you know, and he drives away, and obviously, like, you know, so I was really rooting him on. I'm like, come on, let Jeff get a podium here. I don't want, you know, I wanted Jeff to get a podium. So, you know, sorry again, I voiced my opinion there. If anybody next week, if anybody needs help, I don't know where we are, but if it's a short track and anybody needs help bleeding their brakes in their cars, give me a shout out. I'll go help them bleed their brake pedals because, you know, we all have brake pedals. We should know how to use them.
It's just whether or not that, you know, I don't know if it's sometimes there, Scott. I don't know if it's the brake pedal that's the issue, or if it's like me, that left foot doesn't know what to do with that pedal.
Yeah, I don't know, but either way, I shouldn't have been dumped in the heat race. Brake pedal would have prevented that.
I know. I had that happen to me. I forget what I was running last night, and I was running Legends last night, and somebody decided they wanted to push me under pace laps. We weren't even green flag yet.
Yeah, well, that's what you get in Mark Rose's race too. But anyway, enough of that, Adam. You got other interviews to do. I've ran it enough, and like I said, Joe apologized, and I accepted it. You know, he manned up and he took the OL with me, but still, it's still frustrating when you're leading the heat race.
Oh, it's always frustrating, and I get it. I think we all get it. And you got any sponsor shout-outs, anybody you want to thank?
Oh, yeah, I still got to do that, don't I? TM, Dino at Super Dirt Car. He couldn't be here. He's down in Charlotte. You, obviously, for filling in again. I mean, you know, Full Throttle Motorsports sponsored the broadcast for this, and be politically correct and leave it alone. But thanks again for jumping in, filling in for us, and sponsoring these late models here. I don't know. Jeff Barker for doing all the admin, Coast to Coast guys. I mean, the usual.
All righty, well, congrats there, getting that third, and we'll see you next week there, Scott.
Hey, man. We'll see you.
All right, William Watson now, our second place finisher. Good evening there, William. How's it feel to be in second place here?
That feels good. Good little race there.
Yeah, it seemed like there was a lot of competition there.
Yeah. When Trevor's back. I think he swapped the stickers on our cars to my car or not. It was.
Well, you definitely had to hang on there for a second, it seemed. I mean, you battled Guru as best you could and as hard as you could there for a while. Just unfortunately couldn't quite close it off there, and he kind of looked like he pulled on you a little bit and gained a little bit of gap.
Yeah, you could see it right there in the heat race. He was faster in 3 and 4, and I couldn't figure it out. 1 and 2, I could pull a little more gap, but he closed it down. 3 and 4, once he got to my inside, I was like, this is going to be a race here, and then he just took off. So I couldn't do nothing about it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys always, like I said, you always put on a show here on Thursday nights, and definitely the cars look great. You got any other sponsor shout-outs? Anybody you want to thank for getting second place here tonight in the Pro Late Models?
Yeah, as always, you for sponsoring, teammates at FEM, Long Speed Shop, Steve Pro Performance, ScriptX.com, Dana Dirt Car Series, Vortex Graphic for the Wraps, Shaggy TV, and Coast to Coast.
Alrighty, great job there tonight, and we'll see you next week there, William, and hopefully you can bring the heat.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, up there with our winner, Trevor Guru. Good evening there, Trevor. How's it going?
Pretty good, Adam. How are you?
I'm doing well. Seems like you found the line to get yourself around Lanier here tonight in these Pro Late Models.
Yeah, man, it's I like to think that I'm decent here in these cars. I've ran a lot of laps here. A few years ago, this was like my favorite track. I wouldn't race anything other than pro lates or super lates at Lanier. So I mean, it's obviously changed since then, but it for the most part stays decently similar. But yeah, man, it's just pretty similar to the big blocks. It's just kind of one lane usually, but yeah, other than that, it was a good race. It was I wish we had more guys show up, but I think with these cars at this track, I think guys just kind of knew it was going to be a freight train. So maybe next week, I'm not sure where we're at, but hopefully we'll see maybe 10-15 guys in here next week.
Well, that'd be awesome to see. I mean, and I don't understand why, even whenever it gets like where they complain that it could be a freight train, get in here and run. I mean, you get 2 lanes running, it could become 2-lane racing.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, more guys that come in, the faster the track burns in and maybe another line develops. You never know. But, yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like the history of the track, really. It's not the most raciest place. But, I mean, I think too, 30 laps doesn't help, right? I mean, I think if you, obviously this would never happen unless it was like a special event. But you race like 75, 100 laps here, and you're really gonna see 2 lanes. Like this has the opportunity to be a good track, just not really in short runs, I find.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, but you did a great job getting the win here tonight. You got any sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank for getting that victory?
Yeah, for sure. All the guys at FTM. I mean, another podium for FTM here. So shout out to Bart and Scotty. Saw Jeff up there for a while, so shout out Jeff on a good run too. Shout out to Big Tim Race Wraps for this beautiful wrap. RSM Trackside, Castleberry Flagstone, Expert Installation, Dean Reynolds with the Super Dirt Car Series. You, Adam, for sponsoring and doing the broadcast for us. We appreciate it greatly. Everybody at C2C for putting the stuff on for us. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Alrighty, well, congrats there tonight. We'll see you next week as we continue our drive here in the Pro Late Model season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. That was Trevor Guru, your Pro Late Model winner here tonight. Thank you for coming out and watching. We'll be back next week with some great racing starting Sunday night, with FMA, and then back with Monday night with Roughneck and FMA, and then we go Wednesday night coast to coast, Hometown Heroes and FMA. So yeah, we're getting back to our full week of racing once again here at Fleeger Forum TV, and then we have also the like we said here at Coast to Coast Racing Network. I know there's always racing going on, it seems like, Sunday through Thursday. I don't know if there's any other series I might be forgetting or not. I don't know, but thank you all for coming out and watching. You all have a great and wonderful night.
disconnected from iRacing Simulator.
Precision is our language. Creativity is our weapon. And perfection is the only option. Your ride, your brand, your image, elevated to a level that can't be ignored. This isn't just a wrap, it's a revolution. Regal Wraps and Designs, where power meets style, and style becomes unforgettable. At Regal Wraps and Designs, we don't follow trends, we set them. Every line, every finish, every detail is built to dominate. From flawless vehicle wraps to bold custom designs, we take your vision and redefine it. Seamless statements, artful accents, hues of harmony. We are Regal Wraps and Designs.